You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we knew with the league meetings going on, we were going to get some pretty tasty news nuggets coming out. And, well, for Steelers fans, this may be the tastiest as of yet. Mike Tomlin has made comments about exactly who is the starter and who is not with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, in a matter of 2 days, the entire landscape of the Steelers quarterback room changed. Kenny Pickett, well, his little entitled ass got sent off to the Eagles, and he seems to be just fine being a backup already. Can you show a little moxie, a little something? Nah, I guess not. But we've got Russell Wilson, who is the starter, supposedly, and is supposed to be. But Mike Tomlin has made some comments that make it very clear, and he uses specific terminology here to tell you this is a race to be the starter, okay? When you use the two words, pole position, which I think used to be the title of an old Nintendo racing game and an arcade game. God, it was fun. It makes it clear. It's an open race, and Justin Fields can take this job. He's going to get an opportunity to compete for it. And the other thing is, let's be real. If Russell Wilson doesn't win this job, I think his opportunities to start outside of some injury are going to be officially gone in the NFL, I think. Now, I think on paper, Russell should win this job. I think that. But there's things to consider here, most notably, how are you going to get an evaluation pre-contract, pre-new contract for Justin Fields if you don't play? That's going to be the issue, right? Got an option coming up. You got to decide. Are you going to get backup money or are you going to get starter money? As of right now, he's going to get backup money, I would guess. When the Steelers overhauled their quarterback room, it was reported that Russell Wilson would be the clear starter over Justin Fields, both whom Pittsburgh acquired in March. It turns out it's not that cut and dry. Everybody thought I was nuts last week. Okay. Head coach Mike Tomlin spoke with reporters on Sunday for the first time since the Steelers acquired the two quarterbacks and traded former starter Kenny Pickett to the Eagles. Per Tomlin, Wilson has, quote, pole position to start the offseason, and Fields will, quote, have an opportunity to compete. Rest assured, and when it's time to compete, Justin will be given opportunity to compete and will allow those guys to sort themselves out. Tomlin said, per Steelers Now, Nick Farabaugh. But I thought it was appropriate to describe it in a way for when we get started. Russell's in a pole position, and I think his body of work justifies that. I agree. 2 Super Bowls, he's been to 1. Or he's been to 2, and he's won 1. So I get that. I get letting Russell Wilson at least start as the starter, and I'm talking about start training camp. All right? Look, whoever wins the job in training camp, preseason, I'm not a Steelers fan, so I don't have a dog in the hunt. But the point is, may the best man win. That's the way every position in the NFL should be. And just from my conversations with Justin, he is excited about working alongside Russell and learning some of those veteran tricks of the trade from behind a guy who has been around for over a decade. Frankly, I look forward to seeing what Russell and or Justin Fields looks like in that Arthur Smith offense. That's what I'm looking forward to. I think they're going to do okay, all right? I do. Which one? I don't know, all right? Which one? I think I could see a scenario where Russell's the quarterback, but things are a little stale, and they go with Justin sometime during the season. That's far from the undisputed, let's look at this key paragraph here. That's far from the undisputed starter status that was being portrayed around Wilson following Pittsburgh's offseason moves, and it makes a lot more sense. Agreed. And Tomlin is a competition guy. We knew that. We've talked about that. Tomlin said from the start of the offseason he envisioned a quarterback competition in the fall. Quote, I think competition is good. Tomlin said in January, I think it's good for all of us. I think it brings the best out of all of us. He's going to play the guy that he thinks is better. That was in reference to Pickett and long before the Steelers brought on Wilson and Fields. But there's nothing about Pittsburgh's offseason that suggests Tomlin would move away from his philosophy of fostering competition. Why would the Steelers hand Wilson the job? The Steelers didn't go out and acquire Patrick Mahomes. They signed Wilson after the Broncos decided to pay him $39 million to not play in Denver. I keep bringing that up. They're paying him nearly $40 million to not be there. That's a gargantuan statement. It is a gargantuan indictment. Tomlin cited Wilson's, quote, body of work in giving Wilson the leg up in competition. It's been a long time since the body of work was relevant on a real live football field. Wilson was excellent at his peak, a dynamic passer and playmaker who made 9 Pro Bowls and won a Super Bowl. But he was bad in 2 seasons in Denver. Okay, I want to be fair here. He was bad in 1 season, and I thought, personally speaking, he was, quote, pretty good in that 2nd season. But he wasn't what Sean Payton wanted in that timing and rhythm offense. All right, so on its face, some statistics were good, but there was bad film out there. All right, bad film. For Pittsburgh, his arrival to a low-risk proposition on a cheap contract, but to expect him to be the undisputed starter over a 25-year-old Fields who still has upside didn't make any sense. As it turns out, Fields will have a chance to win the job, even if Wilson has a leg up on the competition. And if he can learn from the veteran in the process, even better. Quote, Russell is a veteran man, Tomlin said. He's got a proven process of readiness. He's been in this league a long time. He's capable of rallying the troops, receivers, tight ends, running backs. He's just got a lot of experience in terms of what it takes over a 12-month calendar. I think that's something that a younger guy like Justin can learn from. I do think there is one big thing that the NFL fails on. And I think to a certain extent, and they did the right thing. For example, I'll just use Mac Jones. You guys know I like Mac Jones, but who knows if he's ever going to be anything again in the NFL. But he had Brian Hoyer in that rookie season in the locker room. I think most of these rookies and most of these young quarterbacks, they need a real veteran. You know, a Joe Flacco type, a Russell Wilson type. You know, one of these old graybeard kind of guys that shows you this is how an NFL quarterback, professional quarterback, conducts himself. We got to remember, Patrick Mahomes had the prototype professional NFL quarterback in his locker room as a rookie, Alex Smith. He learned what to do when he was supposed to come in every day, what time he should come in, how to learn, how to study film, how much time should I allocate to this kind of thing, yada, yada, yada. And I think time management and studying is one thing these young quarterbacks don't do very well, and I think a lot of them fall over that. Look, a guy that I've been very critical on this channel of is Kyler Murray. Guy's got all the talent in the world. If he had Peyton Manning and Tom Brady's mindset, holy crap, there's no telling how good that guy could be. But he liked playing video games so much the Cardinals literally had to write a clause into his contract. Now, they took it out after bullshit backlash, but it was valid. And the Cardinals, the organization, knew it. Wow. I'm still not too sure the Cardinals are doing the right thing by not taking quarterback in this draft. You're setting at 4. You may have a choice between J.J. McCarthy and Drake May. Are you sure you're making the right choice? Anyway, that's a side note, but you get my point, and it ties in. It sounds to me like Russell's on some life support here as a starting quarterback. Now, is there a world where, in theory, Russell Wilson comes in there, balls out, and it's just a wrap? Justin Fields won't see the field. Russell comes in, cuts the turnovers way down, takes care of the ball, throws 28, 30 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, runs for another 5 or 6. That world could exist too. I mean, that Steelers team is not devoid of offensive talent at all. Tell me what you think. Well, I told you guys it wasn't a slam dunk. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.